Hi Cancer, welcome to your July 2025 Taroscope with me, Raphael. So I did poll, I've split them. If you didn't answer the poll, I did ask the question, so I gave everybody the option. This is how we'll be doing it from now on. There's a reason for this. If you are asking whether you watch for your sun, moon, or ascendant sign, if you're obviously, I would love it if you watched all three, but if you're only going to watch one of these, make sure it's for your sun sign. Tarot tends to favor the sun sign. All right, so with that said, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. That being said, I'm going to shuffle these, and we'll put them to the side. And these as well. And I also forgot to say, happy damn birthday to you. If you are a July born Cancerian, happy birthday to you. I truly hope you have a wonderful solar return. Remember to fill the day of your birthday with a little bit of everything that you want for the year ahead, right? So you create little token pieces of all of the things that you want from your life. So for your actions and options, you've got the King of Cups. I love this, right? So what I'm going to say to you is this is a month to really trust, and not that you don't already, but trust and listen to your intuition. It's also likely that you could be connecting with a water sign male, a fellow water sign, but a water sign male, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, who really helps advance some of your ideas or really helps smooth the path for you in some way, shape, or form. Now, this month, in terms of the options that are available to you, there's a chance for you to advance any and all of your creative ideas and endeavors. There's a chance for you to move something forward, move something ahead, to do things in a way that is a lot more aligned or very different in some way, shape, or form, that really produces results, but also helps you feel emotionally fulfilled. So totally here for that. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Nine of Wands. It's very interesting. So obviously I use a different deck for each sign, and what seems to be happening is there's something developing, a bit of a theme whereby certain cards in different decks for different signs are showing up in the same position, which starts to form a larger pattern or message in some regard. So I'm very intrigued by this. Now, in terms of the quality of conversation that you're having this month, there's a chance for you to really express how you feel and to be heard. Now, I'm going to call you out here gently, my dear Cancerians. Now, you guys know I have a Cancer moon, and I'm very proud of that fact, but Cancer energy spends so much time intuiting other people's needs that they can become resentful when other people don't see their needs, right? You have a chance here, and the reason this becomes a problem with Cancer energy is because you guys don't speak up. You can't get pissy with people for not being as intuitive as you, right? So this month you have a chance to speak up, to talk about your needs, to talk about your hurts, to talk about your wounds. And my advice to you would be to open up and talk about them, to really, this is a month to open up and be vulnerable, to let another person or maybe multiple people into your Cancer cave, right? You got to invite them into that soft squidgy middle in the shell. Now, that being said, if you're studying or in some form of academia, this could be a chance for you to really verbalize. It's actually a chance for you to get some extra help or support in your studies. And my advice to you would be to be honest about what is either not working for you, what you're not getting, what you're not seeing, what, maybe you're struggling with when it comes to your studies, because that's going to open up the right dialogue, and it's also going to create the opportunity for you to get the extra support that you need. If you are employed by somebody else, one way that this potentially shows up for you is you get a chance to speak to your boss, right? You get a chance to verbalize something with your boss, with your superior, to say, listen, I've poured my heart and soul into this job. I've given it extra this, extra that. And to be honest with you, the results and the rewards just don't seem to be worth it. be brutally honest, right? This is that time. And if you are, you may find that the response is so much better, bigger, brighter, more supportive than you realized that it could be. For those of you, it's really interesting because the King of Cups next to this kind of suggests that there is somebody in your professional sphere that really cares about your well-being and how you feel. When it comes to those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, or any business venture that you have outside of the day job, there is something kind of saying that you will need to go back to the drawing board here, right? There is something, and it's hard, right? Because when it's your work and you identify so deeply with what you do, I'm the same, right? Not in like, nothing. It's not like every comment that I read that's harsh breaks me and I start crying or whatever. It's not that. It's just so I can give you a really good example here actually. I remember, I think it was last year or the year before, I made a very heavy prediction about death. It was not a very nice one. And I remember this woman absolutely went in on me in the comments. Like, she really went to town. And I've been reading tarot for 30 years and I would never do this. And, da, da, da. And at first, I was just like, okay, like, it really kind of struck me because I was like, do people think I just sit here and relish churning these kinds of predictions out? Because that's really not me. Like, those delivering those messages when I do, they're really hard. It's just that this is the work. It's the work that I've been tasked with. So I took that really personally. And then when I stepped away from it and I got out of the emotion of it all, I was like, actually, if you've gone 30 years without predicting a death, this is on you, love. You ain't doing the work properly. That's the bottom line of the story, because you're reading the literal book of life, which is what tarot is, and you're telling me you've never once had to deliver a hard message. That's some bullshit. Okay? Bottom line, right? So I had to reframe it. So what I'm saying here is, when it comes to those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, etc., there's something here. Maybe the critique or the message that comes back is that something needs to be adapted. It might feel very personal. You might feel kind of like, oh my God, I feel personally attacked. Maybe that's the case. Stop identifying so heavily with what you do. Take yourself out of the equation and ask yourself, how do I make this better when I know that it's not about me, right? Because ultimately, whatever we produce, whatever we create, whatever we sell, whatever we put out into the world, once we've done our bit, it's not actually about us anymore. As an example, the reason that you're getting your tarot separately now is because I run a poll on YouTube. I asked everybody what they wanted. The majority of people said, I want them separate. Okay, I really personally loved doing the Astro Tarot, but this is what people are telling me they want. There are times where you have to get out of your own way, you have to get out of your feelings and give the people what they want, right? So, that being said, try not to feel so deeply in the feels about it and just adapt what you know needs to be adapted. I'm not saying take the heart and soul out of it. What I'm saying is adapt it as far as you feel you can. Finally, for those of you that are retired and no longer working, this actually feels like someone else's health and or energy that needs support. So it's quite possible that a friend or a family member, maybe even a significant other, needs your help and support while they go through some kind of health battle or challenge, right? For your love and relations, you've got the Strength card. If you are partnered, married, or in a long-term commitment, there's something wrong with your partner, right? It doesn't look like the scary stuff, but it does look like, a slip, a trip, a fall. Maybe they're having an operation, a scheduled, planned operation. There's something where your significant other's body is not functioning in the way that it usually does, and so they need your help in some way. And again, right, it doesn't have to be something super scary. It could literally just be that they've had an operation that was already scheduled, no big deal, but obviously while they heal, they're going to need your help and support. Another way that this could show up is it's something that happens sort of over the course of this month. Now, when it comes to those of you that are single and looking to mingle, yeah, I mean, honestly, it feels like a really honest, heartfelt, open conversation that you have with somebody who is, for all intents and purposes, kind of a stranger to you. So you might be really surprised at how deeply the pair of you open up with each other, very much from the offset. That's not a bad thing at all, right? I mean, okay, we never want to show up to the first date and open our little red suitcase, but at the same time, if that's where it naturally goes, that's not a bad thing, right? Because that level of honesty of this is who I am and this is all the stuff that I'm bringing, that seems to be a very powerful overarching message for this month, you know. Finally, for your money and materials, you've got the Six of Cups. So when it comes to your money and your resources, anywhere that you are connecting to friends and or siblings to make money, working with or alongside a partner to make money, anywhere it is that you are bringing old ideas back off the back burner and bringing them out into the open to make real serious moves on them, these are things that are going to help the money and the finances flow. And I will say this to you, this month, the key to making money is feeling good and feeling happy. And I say that because you've got Jupiter in your sign, the Lord of light, laughter, levity, the Lord of growth and expansion, the Lord of protection. That Jupiter is exalted in your sign. So once in 12-year transit, tap into the goodness. The more jovial, the more happy, the more, all of that kind of stuff you are, the easier it's going to be to generate those blessings, especially of a material nature. Now, before we get into the rest of it, if you are not on my mailing list, what are you doing? Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I send out a weekly email. On Friday, I send out special discounts that I don't offer anywhere else on my socials. There's a link in the description box below if you want to sign up to that. You also get a free opt-in, a really nice shiny PDF that I've created for you. As if that wasn't enough, if you want to book a personal tarot reading with me, you can book a 60-minute Zoom session where we get on and we do it over the airways, or you can book a personal video reading, which is just as in-depth. It's like the shortest one I've managed to do so far is like 50 minutes. So trust me when I tell you they are very in-depth. If you like this work, you're going to love the personal video, all right? So it just goes so much deeper. Again, there's a link in the description box below. Make sure you check it out. For your physical health and vitality, you've got the Six of Cups. This is something that you've done in the past that really worked for your health. Some old practice, some old dietary plan. It's like something that has always been a part of, or something that has once upon a time been a part of your day-to-day experience. You're bringing back on the table and it's having a really profoundly positive effect on your health. Physical health and vitality from here on in will be so much easier to come by. Why? You've got Jupiter in your sign, literally infusing you with good energy, but also increasing your sensitivity and desire for sweet things. Jupiter loves him some honey. Jupiter loves him some chocolate, Turkish delight, baklava, whatever you want to call it, whatever your sweets are. Just be careful because it can really, induce the indulgence. And then finally, when it comes to your home and environment, for a lot of you, single, partnered, for a lot of you, it looks like you're moving in with someone. So someone's coming in, somewhat like there's a new connection here. If you're partnered already, maybe this is a family member or a sibling. It's very likely to be, if you've got any, that's coming to stay with you for a while, or maybe your significant other's sibling. If you're single, this could be, a relationship that moves in that direction. For some of you, this will be really quick. Another way that this could also show up is you are working on aspects of the home that you've wanted to work on for some time. For your key to the month, you've got the Fool card, new everything. New places, new people, new directions are opening up in all of these different areas of life. Your human design oracle message is the gate 52 and stillness. And this is really a reminder to say that the answers that you're looking for really are inward. And when your intuition speaks this month, you've absolutely got to trust it. You also want to leave room for the magic. Leave room for things to develop spontaneously. Leave room for things to develop way faster than you ever imagined they could. Remember, Jupiter is smoothing the path ahead for you, so let him do it. With that said, happy damn birthday to you. I truly hope you have a wonderful solar return if you're a July born Cancerian, or if you are, well, I already said happy birthday to you guys in the last, to you June born Cancerians in the June videos. So if you're a July born, happy damn birthday to you. Take care. With that said, I'll speak to you soon. Let me know in the comments how it goes.